Hi, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on August 12th. And we started with two words that have silent B's, doubt and debt. And you also won't hear that T at the end if it's at the end of the sentence or if it's before a consonant. So I have no doubt it'll be late. In this case, dowdill. Instead of perfect heel, dowdeel, I can get rid of the H. The T changes to a D, dowdill. And now instead of a heel, it could sound more like hill. He'll be late. So I have no doubt that's almost an ill. I have no doubt he'll be late. I have no doubt he'll be late. I can't slow down. I have no doubt he'll be late. But if you want to make the H, that's totally fine. I have no doubt he'll be late. Hold that final T. And debt, the vowel is like head. So instead of ow, where you open and the lips are back, ow, debt, the jaw stays more closed, debt. I have a lot of student debt. And instead of student, you can make a syllabic in and say stud. Tongue goes to the D position, student or student, but student is faster. I have a lot of, will connect. I have a lot of student loan debt. Prior. Your tongue goes very high and then slides down for prior. So it looks different than it sounds. Do you have any prior experience? Prior experience. I forgot to mark that connection. Have any? And prioritize. Your tongue rises for the I, and now you slide it down and make it prior. If you don't, it'll sound a little choppy. Prior, instead of prioritize. Prioritize. We need to prioritize our meetings. This will connect. Prioritize our, there, meetings. Algae. Algae. So this looks like a G and it is followed by an A, which makes you think it could be a G, but it's a J in this case. A blanket of thick algae. A blanket of thick algae. You don't have to say of, you can say a blanket of. A blanket of thick algae. Lip. This is weird because the ED sounds like a T, lipped. But you won't hear that final T if it's at the end of the sentence or phrase or there's a consonant after it. And it's usually used with tight lip. So he's very tight lip. You won't hear the ED that sounds like a T, but people know the expression, so they'll know what you're saying. Tight lip, meaning he won't talk a lot or tell secrets. Believability. This has a lot of syllables and a lot of vowels in that word, but there's no difficult combinations. Believability. Believability. He's not known for his believability. He's not known for his believability. And by itself, this BE is not stressed. So it's very rare that I hear anybody say believe. Believe. It's usually a B like up, or an I, like it, bit. But it'll be so short, you won't notice which one really. So whichever one is easiest for your tongue to find, believe, or with a bit, believe. I don't believe it. I couldn't believe my eyes. And some people do say reluctance, that's fine, but the more common, the RE is not stressed, so it'll be R or re. I just always go to r, reluctance. You won't hear that K. The C is really a K sound. Reluctance, but your tongue goes to the K position. There was a lot of reluctance to his proposal. There was a lot of, will be connected. There was a lot of reluctance to his proposal. Z, plural. Thoughtful. You won't hear that T in the middle. Thoughtful. That was so thoughtful of you. Thoughtful you. Thoughtful of you. Yeah. Counsel and counsel. They sound exactly the same. They're spelled differently and they have a little different meaning. So the one with E, counsel, is advice. The student sought, and this word sought is a lot of extra letters, but it's just sought. Sought counsel from her teacher. And counsel with an I can mean the meeting itself or the people that are in the meeting. Council. The city council is considering a ban on smoking. Sought, just by itself, sought. Awkward. You won't hear that K really, but you could. Awkward, because I'm putting it up here, and I move awkward or as you might hear a little sound as I pull my tongue down from the K position, but you don't make the K on purpose like awkward. That would be awkward. That's awkward of me. I felt awkward. Awkward. Produce as a noun, stress on the first syllable, and it's an O. Produce. There's fresh produce at the farmer's market. And this you can say with 2 syllables, annual, or with 3 syllables, annual, but the U changes to be more relaxed instead of annual. So annual or annual. The annual Ugly Potato Day event. And this you'll hear people say both ways, ecosystem with an E or ecosystem with an E. Either way is fine. The ecosystem or the ecosystem is in bad shape. System is in. The ecosystem is in bad shape. Okay. Oh, I should have put a P there because you won't hear that silent P. You won't hear that T. You won't hear that D. You won't hear that D. I think that's it. Lip, tight lip. I didn't put that mark there. You won't hear that T. Late, debt. Okay. Doubt, debt, prior, prioritize, algae, lip, believability, believe, reluctance, thoughtful, counsel, same, counsel, sought, awkward, produce, annual or annual, ecosystem or ecosystem. All right, that's it. I won't be doing the pronunciation meetup on the next 2 Tuesdays. So the 19th and the 26th, I won't have pronunciation, but I will have intonation on Wednesdays for the next 2 weeks and tomorrow. So I hope to see you then. Thanks.